we need the following materials. Okay, so we need a bottle, a disposable bottle, and a straw, and we need two small balloons and one large balloon, and a couple of rubber bands, then sellotape, a clay or a play dough, and a bottle cap, and scissors. Okay, so to do, right, we need to cut the bottle into half. Okay, so you can use the scissors and you can actually cut the bottle. Please make sure that you are using a disposable bottle, not the one which we use it for daily purpose. Okay, so take the bottle. Okay, and I'll ask our instructor Adish sir to show us how to do it. Right, you can see this is the bottle. Okay, and somewhere in the half, right, just make a small hole, and please be very careful while you're cutting it, children. Do not hurt yourself. If you have any of your elders, please take help from them, and you can cut off the bottle into half like this. Okay, you can see that is the bottle that we are going to use to do a project today. To take the bottle, the first step is take the bottle, the disposable bottle. You can use a 1 liter bottle or a half-liter bottle also. Any bottle would be sufficient, right? And cut it into half. Let's see what is the next step. So next step is make a hole in our cap. Okay, use the scissors and do it slowly. Make a hole in such a way that the straw that you have, you will be able to put the straw through it. Make sure that you kept a hole in such a way that you are able to put the straw through it. Okay. We have to take the straws for the next step. We have to take the straws, and we need to cut the straw into 3 pieces. Okay, and we have to cut it in such a way that one piece will be in the center like this, and other 2 small pieces, little smaller than what you have for the middle one, right? That one you have to cut little slant manner in the edge, so that we can fix it to the center one like this. Okay, so you need to have 3 pieces, and the 2 small pieces in the down, you have to cut the edge in a slight slant manner, so that we can fix the straws like this. Okay, small pieces and 1 little long piece. Okay, there's no specific size to it, but make sure that the 2 small pieces that you are cutting is of the same measurement. Okay, and these 2 small pieces, you can have it anywhere between 5 to 7 centimeter, and the big one can be somewhere around 10 centimeter or 8 centimeter. And the small straws, as I told, you have to cut it in a slanting manner, so in the edge, so that it can be fit. It can be used to fit with our the center straw. Yes, like this. Okay. The next step, what you have to do, right, in the 2 small straws that you have, right, you have to put 1 balloon to each. Okay, and you need to tie it. Either you can use a rubber band to tie the balloon to the straw, or you can use a cellotape to tie it. Take 1 balloon and 1 small straw, and make sure that the side in which you kept the slanting cut is in the top. Okay. So the slanting cut which you made should be in the top. Okay. And the other end is where you have to tie the balloon using a rubber band. If you only have big balloons also, you can tie big balloon to it. No problem.
Sir, is this shape of the straws is okay?
Yeah, it's okay. So for the smaller straw, attach a smaller balloon. Okay. So you can see how, Adish sir has done. So the straw will have two ends, right? The straw will have two ends. So you have, one end. Let me also show you, right? So you have one end where there is a slanting cut, right? And one end there is normal. So the slanting cut should be in the top, right? And the normal side where you have, there only you have to put the balloon and you have to put the rubber band. Okay. So once you put the rubber band, the slanting cut will be in the top and the normal one will go inside the balloon. Use the rubber band to tight it fully. Okay. Flatten the clay, and then above the clay, you keep the straws, okay, in such a way that you can connect the connection between the straws using a clay. Okay. Yes, if you don't have a clay, you can use a tape, but make sure that no air can leak out. Okay. No air should leak out. You should be able to, uh, you know, clog or the entire thing, right? You should not, there should not be any air leakage within this connection. That's why you can use clay. If you don't have a clay, make sure that you're using a tape and pasting it very tightly. Okay. Okay.
Sir, I can't understand how to do it.
Okay. Then use the clay to just, connect them tightly. And once you connect them tightly, it will look like this, as you can see how, Adish sir is doing.
We have to do it with a tape or a clay.
Clay, you're doing with the clay. If you don't have a clay, then you can use a tape, but clay would give a much better result because it will not allow air to pass, right? So make sure that the complete, gap is covered with the help of a clay. Okay, once you do it, just, you can blow air through the, long straw and see if you are able to deflate it. Okay. Make sure that it is tightly holding the straws together so that there will not be any air leakage. And when you blow air through the longer side of the straw, both the balloons should inflate. Little bit, you can try it out. Okay. So when you blow the air, it should be able to inflate like this. It is going to be a very simple step itself. Next step. Okay. What we need to do, you need to insert this structure into your bottle. Okay. From bottom, you can just, insert this structure like how Adish is doing, right? From bottom, insert it and use the bottle cap where you kept the hole to, pass through the straw and tight the bottle. Okay, if the straw is not going, you can also make the hole little bigger so that it goes inside properly. Students in the hot seat doing it. Okay, make sure that the straw is coming out through the cap and you are using the cap to tight it. So how many of you have completed step 5? Where you will insert the straw into the cap. Yeah, so once you put the straw through the cap, you can take some amount of clay and then close the the connection between the straw and the cap in such a way that there will not be any air leakage there also. Okay, so your final structure will look like this. Done, children? Students in the hot seat?
No, sir.
Okay, do it.
We are trying to complete it.
Okay. Done, children?
No, sir.
Okay, do you need any help? You understood what we have to do? Okay, so the small balloons and the small straws are connected to the big straw. I used a clay to, stop the air passage between the straws and the outside thing. And we also use that, longer straw that we have to, take it through the hole in the cap and outside. And you can take some amount of clay to cover up the edges between the cap and your straw. The goal is to make sure that, it is completely vacuum and airtight. There will be one possible way that air can enter into the system. Okay. You need to take the big balloon. Okay. And you need to, the end of the big balloon is right. You have to cut it and you have to stick it to the bottle. Okay, so children, what I would suggest is first see how our instructor is doing. Cut off the big balloon, okay, and have a big piece. Have a cut only, the top portion of the balloon, and the bottom one where we blow air, right? Just tie a knot there. Okay, tie a knot in the place where we blow the air, right? And children, don't do anything. Just see how our instructor is doing, and then you can try it out. Then what you need to do is you need to use that to cover the entire bottom portion of your bottle. If you
Excuse
don't
me,
have a
sir.
big balloon, see if you can use the small balloon itself. You have to stretch a little bit and then you have to connect. If you have a big balloon, it will be easy. If you don't have, you can use a small balloon or cut off just the top portion and you have to stretch it, and you have to, connect it to the bottom of your bottle, and you can use a rubber band to, make it stay there properly. Make sure that this is also tightly placed. Okay, then use a rubber band to tighten it. Okay, you can use tape also, or you can use the rubber band itself. You can put some, 2 or 3 rubber bands in a stretched manner, and then put it in the bottom so that, it actually gets stuck well. Okay, any doubts, children, in this? You understood how to do it? If you're having a small balloon, just cut off the top portion. You have to slightly stretch it and cover up the entire bottom portion. And then you have to put a rubber band so that, it sticks properly. If not, you can actually use the small rubber band itself. Okay, so finally your project will be like this. No need to blow air. So I will show you how it works also, right? So if you see here, right? So I have this here, right? So this is the diaphragm. So whenever the diaphragm comes down, the balloon inside will inflate and you can see the respiratory action. Okay.
Sir, what have you done in the last?
Sorry?
Sir, what is the last step?
Last step is you have to connect, this balloon, right? Big balloon, which you have cut, and you have to cover the entire bottom portion of your bottle and use a rubber band to stick it. And consider this is your diaphragm and the 2 balloons inside are your lungs. So when the diaphragm goes down, the balloon inside will inflate. And when the diaphragm comes up, the balloon inside will lose air, right? Air comes in, air goes out. Air comes in, air goes out, right? So this is a simple model which will demonstrate how our diaphragm and our lungs work.